We are now going to continue our discussion on solving by elimination, this time using multiplication. So for our example, we have negative 3x plus 2y equals negative 15 and 2x minus 4y equals 26. So let's see. We want to eliminate a variable, but there's nothing here outright that we can cross out and eliminate, whether by adding or by subtracting. However, I'm looking at the y, and the only problem is that this 2 must be changed into a 4. So I'm looking at this, and I think y can be eliminated if I multiply this first equation by 2. So let's try that. I multiply this by 2, and I distribute. The first equation now turns to negative 6x plus 4y equals negative 30. And then let me rewrite this just to make it clearer. 26. And then I will eliminate the y by adding. So now this becomes a 0. And then negative 6x plus 2x is going to be negative 4x. And that is equal to negative 30 plus 26 will give us a negative 4. Dividing negative 4 from both sides, my x is a positive 1. So technically what I can do now is I can take away x equal to 1, pick 1 from these two given equations, and substitute 1 to the x. However, since we're doing elimination, I want to try and go back to my original equations and this time try to eliminate the x. So let me rewrite that. It's now going to become negative 3x plus 2y equals negative 15, and this is 2x minus 4y equals 26. And the only way I can eliminate the x is if I multiply this by a 2 and if I multiply the second equation by 3. So let's try that. We multiply that by 2 and this be multiplied by 3. So now we distribute, making it become negative 6x plus 4y equals negative 30. And then your second equation turns to 6x minus 12y equals 3 times 26 is 78. All right. So to eliminate the x, I must add, because the signs are opposite. This is negative, this is positive, so I must add so that this turns to a 0. So if I add this is going to become negative 8y equals, if I add this, it turns to a 48. So now I will have to divide this by negative 8, and my y is a negative 6. So if I look at this, my solution is 1 comma negative 6. Now I want to do a little experiment. I want to go ahead and get x equals 1. Pick one equation here, substitute the x, and see if we're going to get y equals negative 6. So for example, let's do equation 2. So on equation 2, let me write this down here. So let me put here by substitution. Okay. I will rewrite 2 And then I'll put parentheses for x minus 4y equals 26. And then plug in the 1 inside the x, making this become 2 minus 4y equals 26. So I'll put the equal sign here. I want this to be positive, so I'll put this on the other side. So I will have 4y. I'll keep the 2 there. And I'll put this on the other side, so that is minus 26. This will now be a 4y minus 24. Divide 4 on both sides. And my y turns to be a negative 6, which is exactly the same as that one.